It happened again. America, dear America, you sent us an ambassador. We welcomed him. We offered coffee, maybe some Timbits. Then he opened his mouth. And oh, what came out? It was not diplomatic. It was not thoughtful. It was, frankly, baffling. A true masterclass in how to offend your closest ally, without even trying very hard. Or perhaps he was trying, terribly hard. The words hung in the air, like a bad smell at a state dinner. Polite Canadian smiles froze, eyebrows arched, so high they nearly touched hairlines. Was this a joke? A poorly timed attempt at humor? No. It seemed he was serious, deadly serious, about something utterly ridiculous. The silence that followed was deafening, a truly Canadian sound of disapproval. We need to talk. The scene was a bustling trade luncheon. Business leaders from various sectors gathered with anticipation. Hopes were high, for synergy, for partnership, for profit. The air was thick with the promise of new alliances and mutual growth. Then, Ambassador Reginald Reggie Throckmorton III took the stage. He adjusted his tie with a deliberate precision. He cleared his throat, preparing to address the eager crowd. He decided to speak about poutine. Yes, poutine. A surprising choice for such a formal occasion. Our national treasure of fries, curds, and gravy, a dish beloved by many, cherished across the nation. Your poutine, he declared, voice booming with unexpected fervor. It's an affront to potatoes, he exclaimed, leaving the audience in shock. Gasps rippled through the room, a wave of disbelief. A culinary crime scene, he continued, his passion unyielding. Frankly, it's why your hockey teams struggle. The connection was tenuous, leaving many puzzled. The insult, however, was crystal clear. It cut deep. He wasn't just critiquing a dish, he was challenging a cultural icon. He was attacking our soul, our identity, or at least our stomachs, which, for Canadians, is quite similar. The fallout was immediate. The room buzzed with polite outrage. Outrage, swift and polite, erupted. Voices rose in a chorus of discontent. The Quebec Premier demanded an apology for the poutine, for the hockey jab, for the sheer audacity of it all. Hashtags like #PoutineGate and #AmbassadorClueless trended rapidly, capturing the public's attention and sparking widespread debate. This latest incident stings, but it's not entirely new. It feels familiar, uncomfortably so. We remember the Trump years. Oh, do we remember? When our Prime Minister was very dishonest and weak, when tariffs were slapped on our steel, our aluminum, our stalwart industries, as if we were some distant adversary, not your largest trading partner, not your closest friend. The rhetoric was harsh then, unpredictable, confusing. NAFTA, the bedrock of our continental trade, was torn apart, rebranded, with much drama, and little apparent regard for Canadian concerns. We were, it seemed, a problem to be solved, a negotiation to be won, not a partner to be cherished. The G7 summit in Charlevoix, that infamous photo, a stark reminder of isolation. So, Ambassador Throckmorton's poutine diatribe? It fits a pattern of casual disregard. Words have consequences, especially words from an ambassador. The poutine provocation isn't just a joke, it's a symptom of a deeper malaise, and it's starting to hurt. Business deals, once promising, are now paused. Investors are wary. If the ambassador can be so flippant, what else is at risk? Confidence is a fragile thing, easily shattered, hard to rebuild, especially in boardrooms. Tourism is taking a hit. Americans, hearing of the frosty reception, might reconsider their summer trip to Banff or their autumn visit to see the maple leaves. Canadians, feeling insulted, might choose Europe over Florida or Mexico over California. These are small decisions, individual choices, but they add up to lost revenue, to missed connections, to a growing chill. Public sentiment is souring, fast. After the poutine bomb dropped, all eyes turned to Washington. What would they do? How would they fix this? The initial response was underwhelming, a bland statement, full of diplomatic jargon, saying nothing much at all. It was as if they were trying to sweep it under the rug. It felt like they were hoping it would all just blow over, like a minor kerfuffle, a storm in a gravy boat. But this was no ordinary storm. But it wasn't blowing over. The tension was palpable. Ambassador Throckmorton himself? He vanished. No public appearances, no interviews, no heartfelt apology on social media, just silence. Was he being reprimanded? Was he being coached? Or was he simply hiding? The mystery deepened, waiting for the Canadians to forget, hoping time would heal the diplomatic wound. We Canadians have long memories, especially when it comes to perceived slights. And poutine. We don't forget poutine. It's a matter of national pride. The lack of a swift, decisive response from the White House was telling. It suggested either a lack of concern or a lack of a plan, or perhaps a deeper issue, or perhaps an internal debate. The silence was deafening. So, how do we fix this? This sticky, gravy-covered mess? This diplomatic faux pas that has left a bitter taste? First, a real apology is needed. Not a vague statement, but a genuine admission that words were spoken, that feelings were hurt, that the bond between our nations was strained, that poutine is, in fact, delicious, a culinary delight that deserves respect, or at least, that its fans are to be respected. From Ambassador Throckmorton, ideally, publicly, with sincerity, with a side of humble pie, or perhaps humble poutine, a gesture of goodwill. Next, Washington needs to act, decisively, with a clear plan to mend fences. Is Ambassador Throckmorton the right person for this post? After this debacle, can he rebuild trust? Perhaps a quiet reassignment is in order, a fresh start elsewhere, to a post far, far away from the spotlight, from any nation with a beloved national dish, to avoid further culinary controversies, or a sense of humor. Someone who can navigate cultural sensitivities with grace. Then send us someone serious, someone who understands Canada, its values, its people, someone who actually likes Canada and appreciates its unique culture. It's not too much to ask, surely, a genuine connection. Beyond personnel changes, we need dialogue, real, honest dialogue, about respect, about expectations, about moving forward together. This whole affair, this poutine provocation is absurd, truly. But it's also a wake-up call, a reminder that even the strongest relationships need tending. The US-Canada partnership is too important to our economies, to our security, to our very identities, to let it be derailed by diplomatic blunders or insensitive remarks about beloved foods. We are better than this, both of us. It's time for calm heads to prevail, for common sense to return. Let's move beyond the outrage and focus on solutions. Canada needs to be clear about its expectations, about the importance of respect. America needs to listen, genuinely listen, and understand that its words and its actions have a profound impact on its closest friends, its staunchest allies. This isn't just about Ambassador Throckmorton.